Hey everyone, it's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. It's one step closer to spring. Still nice and sunny out there, but a little cool. Uh, Today I wanted to continue my series on which album is better. And I've chosen three albums, believe it or not, because each album influenced another album to be produced. Before we get into everything, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. So this is a threefer. As I said, one influenced when it was made and heard by another person from a different band, influenced that person to create, as he said, he wanted to make the best rock and roll album ever. Then in turn, once another person heard his album or the band's album, it inspired him and his band to create a great album as well. So we're talking about the Beatles. Okay, this album influenced Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys to create Pet Sounds, who in turn inspired Paul McCartney to create Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So quite a unique situation. So Rubber Soul, it's the sixth studio album by the band, released in 1965, ranked number 5 on the 500 greatest albums of all time, and it was 6 times platinum. It's an amazing album. There's a picture of the boys there. John, Paul, Ringo, and George. Great hits on it like Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, You Won't See Me, Nowhere Man, Think for Yourself, The Word, Michelle, What Goes On, Girl, I'm Looking Through in My Life, Wait, If I Needed Someone. And there's also a Run for Your Life Rubber Soul mini documentary on this particular remastered version of the album. So this album influenced Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys to create this epic album. This is Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. So Pet Sounds, an amazing album. It's the 11th studio album by the band, released in 1966. Again, as I said, it was inspired after Brian Wilson listened to the Rubber Soul album by the Beatles. Reached number 10 on Billboard's top LP charts and peaked at number 2 in the UK. It remained there for about 6 months. It's been promoted as the best progressive pop album ever and the most influential album in the history of time. So again, this is an amazing album on its own. There's a picture of the boys there. Any more pictures in here? There's some there. There was a story that not all of the band members got along with all these animals in this particular zoo, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I think I said that in my review of this album, and there's a picture of more pictures there. So this one includes Wouldn't It Be Nice, You Still Believe in Me, That's Not Me, Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulders, I'm Waiting for the Day, Let's Go Away for a While, Sloop John B, God Only Knows, I Know There's an Answer, Here Today, I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, Pet Sounds, Caroline Road, and Hang On to Your Ego. So that's the Pet Sounds album by the Beach Boys. So in turn, when Paul McCartney heard Pet Sounds, that influenced him to create an album that was just as good or better. So him and the boys made Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So Sgt. Pepper's was their 8th studio album, released in 1967. It was 27 weeks at #1 in the charts, 3rd best-selling album in the UK, 4 Grammy Awards in 1968, including Album of the Year, and the first rock album to receive this honor. It's considered one of the first concept albums ever, and it's the #1 album in the top 500 charts. So no slouch for this one as well. There's Sir Paul and John, the blurry picture of John in the background there. More pictures of the boys in the recording studio. So 2 great bands, one from the UK, one from the US. No rivalry between the two of them. It wasn't like that at all. But they both tried to produce the best albums ever and to create the best songs ever. And there's a great photo of them all together, happy. So this one has Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, with a little help from my friends, Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds, Getting Better, Fixing a Hole, She's Leaving Home, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, Within You, Without You, When I'm 64, Lovely Rita, Good Morning, Good Morning, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Reprise, and The Day in the Life. An amazing song, A Day in the Life. And again, another great picture of the boys there. So all 3 albums have been remastered, and the Beach Boys is in both stereo and mono. So which song is better? This is going to be the hard part. So all I've done is I've just taken the song list of each album and put them side by side with the the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of each other album, and we'll go from there. So we'll start off, and I can't play a lot of this, I just don't want it to be blocked. So we'll start off from Rubber Soul with Drive My Car. And from the Beach Boys, Wouldn't It Be Nice? And then from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the title track. I'm gonna go with I gotta keep track of this one. Sgt. Pepper, or SP, RS for Rubber Soul, and Pet Sounds, PS. I'm going to go with Sgt. Pepper on this one. So that's 1-0. From Rubber Soul, Norwegian Wood. Amazing guitar work. And You Still Believe in Me from the Beach Boys. With a little help from my friends, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's. I'm gonna have to go with Rubber Soul, Norwegian Wood. So that's one for Rubber Soul, one for Sgt. Pepper, and come on, Beach Boys, let's go. So from Rubber Soul, You Won't See Me.
When I call you up,
That's Not Me from the Beach Boys.
I could make it alone now, but that's not me. I want
And Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
picture yourself in a boat.
I'm gonna have to go with geez, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with You Won't See Me from Rubber Soul. So that's 2, 1, and 0. Nowhere Man from Rubber Soul.
He's a real nowhere man,
Great harmonies.
sitting in his nowhere land.
Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder from the Beach Boys.
I can hear so much in your sighs, and I can see.
And Getting Better. This is always hard. Getting Better. Sgt. Pepper's. 2, 2, and 0. Think for Yourself from Rubber Soul.
I've got a world.
I'm Waiting for the Day. Fixing a Hole, the Beatles.
I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in.
It's an amazing song by Paul McCartney. I'll give this one to the Beach Boys, just to get them caught up. 3 great songs. So that's 2, 2, 1. The next is The Word off of Rubber Soul by the Beatles.
Say the word.
Let's Go for a While, the Beach Boys. And She's Leaving Home for the hard. I gotta go with The Word from Rubber Soul. So that's 3, 2, and 1. Michelle from the Beatles, Rubber Soul. And Sloop John B from the Beach Boys.
Come on, Sloop John B.
And Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite by Sgt. Pepper's by the Beatles.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a
I'm gonna go with Sloop John B, I think. So Sgt. Pepper and Pet Sounds are tied, and Rubber Soul is ahead. So What Goes On from Rubber Soul. Ringo's tune.
What goes on in your heart?
God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I love this song. With and Without You from Sgt. Pepper's. I'm going to go with God Only Knows from the Beach Boys. So that is 3 for Pet Sounds, 3 for Rubber Soul, and 2 for Sgt. Pepper. Next is Girl from Rubber Soul.
Is there anybody going to listen to my story all about the girl?
I Know There's an Answer from the Beach Boys. And When I'm 64 from the Beatles. I Know There's an Answer from the Beach Boys. So that's number 4. Our number 4 for Pet Sounds, 3 for Rubber Soul, and 2 for Sgt. Pepper. I'm Looking Through You, Rubber Soul. Here Today.
It starts with just a little glance now, right
And
away.
Lovely Rita. Pardon me, I'm going to go with Lovely Rita from Sgt. Pepper. In My Life from Rubber Soul. Beautiful song. I Just Wasn't Made for These Times.
I keep looking for a place to be where I
Beach Boys. And then Good Morning from the Sgt. Pepper's. I'm gonna go with Rubber Soul. So Rubber Soul is tied with Pet Sounds, and then Sgt. Pepper is number 3. Wait from Rubber Soul.
It's been a long time.
Where's my
Now I'm coming back home. I've been away now. Oh, how.
Then we have the title track, Pet Sounds. And we have Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Gotta go with Sgt. Pepper's. Gotta go with Sgt. Pepper's. So that's a 3-way tie. 4, 4, and 4. If I Needed Someone, Rubber Soul. Uh-oh, this is a good one. This is Caroline No from the Beach Boys.
Where did your
And A Day in the Life, Sgt. Pepper's. And I'm going to use it against the last 2 because that's the lost song on Sgt. Pepper's album. So I got to go with A Day in the Life from Sgt. Pepper's. So the last 2 two songs off of Rubber Soul and Pet Sounds is Run for Your Life off of Rubber Soul. Good tune. And Hang On to Your Ego, the Beach Boys. And then I have to include A Day in the Life again in this mixture because that's the only other comparable song I have. And I'm gonna go with it. I'm sorry, it's just the best sound and the best song. So, Sgt. Pepper pulled way ahead but the other two are no slouch. So it was 6 for Sgt. Pepper, 4 for Pet Sounds, and 4 for Rubber Soul. And again, not one album is better than the other. It just so happens that when you compare them together, that's just how I rank them. But all three are fantastic albums. Please look for the Spotify playlist below. Please like and share and enjoy, and have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye now.